It's kind of a backup I use. Sorry, I don't have my Bluetooth in, so the vocals may not be good either, and I got the windows open because it's actually nice out. This is going to be quick because I am on the way to go somewhere. Just something I thought we should talk about real quick. Democrat states have a problem. We're talking California, Washington State, Colorado, New York, and my home state of Cluster F, Illinois. So we're just going to come on and talk about this really quick. Like I said, if my phone rings, I probably have to go here in a few minutes. But they are stuck in a loop. A never-ending loop of causing just never-ending raising taxes. And what do? They raise the taxes, make the place business unfriendly. It's just tax upon tax, especially in Illinois here. So what do? Once again, you can tell I don't write any of this stuff or plan ahead. So forgive me. But it's just, they raise the taxes, more people flee. So then they get less tax revenue. More people flee. Less tax revenue. So just raise it, raise it, raise it. So they are burying people. They are burying people in taxes that are left. More and more are leaving. In my home state of Illinois, I live in a Quad Cities area. Feel free to look it up. Where now it is 50 to 60 cents a gallon cheaper for gas 8 minutes away. You guys are idiots. A 31-gallon tank on my truck. You do the math. If I'm saving around 60 cents a gallon, that is nuts. Then the groceries are cheaper. So what do? More people flee. Raise the taxes. Recently, in my county, during the last presidential election, they wanted another gas tax added increase. People voted no. What did they do? They said, screw you to the voters, and added a roads use fee to your water bill. The exact thing they wanted for their gas tax. Very down to the cent. This is what Democrat states do. And every time they do it, more people flee, or less people buy gas in that state. And they keep wondering why their revenue goes down. All this also is happening while they promote fraud. And I will say they promote it. Nick Shirley has totally blown the lid off Democrat states. Nick Shirley shows Democrat states are the most fraudulent. I'm not saying Republicans are great, but they have the insanest level. Yes, I made up a word. Insanest level of fraud. I'll get back with you guys in the chat in a sec. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through some of this before my phone rings. The most insane levels of fraud. And they could have done something about it. Minnesota goes, well, we were kind of doing something. By the way, and I will say this, so far the only large-scale fraudster arrested in Minnesota and prosecuted majorly was a white lady. So the other guy, the Somali one guy they did prosecute, really got a slap when they all show 90% of all the fraud in that state is the Somali community. So weird. And now Nick Shirley has gone to California and shown it's even worse. There is no way that these state agencies do not know. This is, and I'm saying I keep saying this and I'm not going to stop. Everybody's got to start paying attention to this. The Somali community and other communities doing this fraud these are the bag men. We know billions upon billions is missing, but if you go and look in these communities, even the money they take out of the country is not billions and billions worth. These people live in fancy houses, have nice cars. Their bank accounts don't reflect 20 to 40 billion of money. It is laundered right back to the people who, oopsie, turn their heads or just act like they didn't know. And it usually is the Democrat Party. So Nick Shirley has 100% exposed this, and people need to pay attention. It's always the Democrat states. In fact, Illinois, my home state, is known as the most corrupt state in America, in the country, and clear around the world. So if Nick Shirley came here, oh my God. So it is Democrat states. The culprit. That's why this, yes. Well, people have been wondering forever. Even before I became political, I had friends who were political. Always talk about how it's weird how Democrats seem to have money that pop up out of nowhere. This is how. Democrat, their super PACs, the DNC always have money because they've been doing this. They've been stealing it from you and me. They've been laundering money. They use these communities to launder the money, and then it goes right back into their pockets. That's why they've always got these war chests that people go, wow, that's crazy. Remember Kamala Harris. It was shown that they were lying about the money going to her. They were going to people's houses going, hey, says here you donated $10,000. Old lady is on Social Security going, I don't make $10,000 in a year. They proved that. That is how this money gets laundered back. And now you've got California, due to not just Nick Shirley, but all this the new wealth tax being put on them, they're losing billionaires. 6 to 8 billionaires just left, costing the state of California another 27 to 30 billion in tax revenue. And there's more and more companies leaving and people. California may be a big economy, but it's sooner or later going to collapse. Honestly, it already is collapsing. Look at the homeless. Look at the encampments. It's a third world nation in some areas with, yes, the Black Plague in some areas. It's crazy. So, I don't know. They once again, it's what they call the Laffer curve. You raise the taxes, people will flee. And the thing is about rich people are the most mobile of all people. You tax them to the point where they go, it's not worth being here. They can just upward and leave. Where the average Joe, my wife and I included, are stuck. We don't have the money to upwardly pull up and leave to Iowa without damaging our already fragile finances. So who takes the brunt of this? The poor, the working class, while the rich can leave. You've even got Kathy Hochul. Excuse my language, but what a twat. This POS was on camera, did a press conference in 2022 telling you don't want to pay your fair share, you don't want to live like we want you to, then get out, leave, telling millionaires and billionaires that. Well, they did it. Now she's going out begging them to come back. Begging them. And I'm going to say right out, why would you? Imagine you have run away from all this. Sorry, my dishwasher's running. That's why I'm staying away from the bottles. Everybody normally sees my bottles. But she's begging them to come back. And I say, why would you? You're a billionaire. You're living in another state now. Come back. Come back for the clean, fun city. The low crime rates. Come back and get mugged. You know, rich people don't go around like the rest of us. It's stupidity to even ask. Fix your city, fix your tax rates, and they will. They will flow back. I will once again, before I go out of the chat here, use one more example here quickly. Quad Cities area I live in. Iowa, Illinois metro area, the river down the middle. The Illinois side is dying. For every one thing that gets built in the Illinois side, there's 10 to 20 going up on the Iowa side. There's a whole chain of gas stations called Quick Star. Amazing, with grocery stores in them and tons of amenities and great car washes. Amazing gas stations. Not a one of them's gone up on the Illinois side because of taxes. Iowa side's full of them. We have 2 Walmarts. They have 4 on the Iowa side. They have a monstrous new sports complex with tons of outlet malls around in Bettendorf. Don't have that over here. We don't have a Best Buy on this side of the river. They closed down. We don't have a Sam's Club on this side because even busy, it wasn't worth their tax load. So for almost everything, Costco, Walmart, not Walmart, but the nicer Walmarts, Sam's Club, the best parks, including dog parks, the best parks for your kids to play in, cheapest groceries, cheapest gas, most things being built, your property taxes. For my tiny house and stamp of property, if I had the same thing on the other side of the river, I'd be paying half the tax load. It's insanity. This is the trap of the Democrat states and the problem they're having. Sooner or later, Democrat states are going to run out of the ability to raise people's taxes. It's gonna they're going to collapse sooner or later. And California, as big as their economy is, hate to tell people in California this, without federal dollars, California would collapse today. So that's just me. But I just thought I'd mention this because I was watching Nick Shirley, and Nick Shirley, a lot of people don't realize what Nick Shirley has shown is these Democrat states where they want to keep raising your taxes, keep causing it to be unfriendly for business, who are just, that's it, going to raise it again, all while promoting fraud to immigrants they bring in or illegal immigrants. That is insanity. And I ask any Democrat, defend this. Defend that while you are letting fraud happen, rampant fraud. How dare you raise the taxes on everybody else? That's just me. All right. Go back to the chat here. Eugene, Oregon is worse. Okay. Wow. Did you hear what Governor? Yes, I did, Joel. That's what I just said. Didn't see you on the chat, but yes, I did. That's what I'm making fun of. It's between what you go watch Nick Shirley's latest video from California. It's worth it. And then you watch that. See what he did in Minnesota, and then go look what Kathy Hochul is saying. Look up her 2022 video, too. And the things don't match. My governor, the mobster-looking prickster, is the same way. Illinois is doing great as he raises more taxes. As people flee. Illinois is I think it's the top 3 in the country of people fleeing our state. We have the absolute highest taxes of all the states in the union. Yeah, my kitchen video. Sorry about our mess. How many people live in my city, Joel? I don't want to say the exact city, but I do live in the Illinois side of the Quad Cities. And we have Milan, Moline, East Moline, Rock Island, Milan, and Silvis. I know, Quad Cities. It isn't. And on the Iowa side, they have Davenport, Bettendorf, and some people include Eldridge. I believe on the Illinois side, Milan is 15 to 20,000. I believe Rock Island is right around 35 to 40,000, but shrinking. I'd say the only one holding its level on the Illinois side decently is Milan, and yes, East Moline, because I've tried to revitalize a little bit and try to be more tax-friendly, even though Rock Island County and state of Illinois are horrible in taxes. Moline is around 40-something thousand and shrinking. Silvis is 15,000. So yeah, and Davenport is like 80,000, and Bettendorf is 40 or 50. I can't remember. But the Quad Cities area in general, people don't realize how big this area is. In this Quad Cities metro area, we have right around 437,000 people. It's a good size. It's a very rural-looking metro area, though. We're very country. In fact, within 10 minutes of leaving my house, you can be driving through the farms. Hey, Lee, what's up, man? So, no, I just wanted to come on and talk about that. Sorry, I'm glancing out, waiting for somebody to show up where I got to take off. Got to go help my dad today with an appointment, so. But no, it's just a trap. And I don't think people are looking at some of Nick Shirley's videos right. Yes, the fraud is bad. But the fraud in context with these states, all incessantly raising taxes. Raising taxes on millionaires, on billionaires, on the average citizen. And Democrats don't mistake anything. When you chase out billionaires and you lose another 27 to 30 billion in revenue, who are you going to hang that on? You're going to hang that on the people like me and my wife who can't afford to leave, who would like to, but can't. You're going to hang that on more poor people out there. I don't consider myself poor. I consider myself low middle class. maybe a little lower than that. I don't know. But, yeah. And I don't think people are looking at it the right way. Nick Shirley's exposing they don't care about fraud. If they did, they would do something about. So far in California, the estimates are between 49 and 79 billion a year in fraud. Look at the 10 or more billion of fraud going on in Minnesota. Look at the money, how much that money would help American citizens. How about help our tax load? They don't care. They do it for power. They do it for the kickbacks they're getting. And they do it for voters. But yeah, they're dirty. So what's going on, Lee? Let's see. Just scan back here. Yeah, did I hear what Governor of New York said? Oh, yeah. That's why this keeps happening in dem states, yes. And I'm not going to say Republicans. Sorry, I'm scanning back to the chat here. Where are the white light lives? I've been trying to get away from those. Not because I don't like it. I'm a night person. But right now, I have aging family that I'm trying to help. And if you've ever done it, taking care of aging family is a daytime job. So it's hard to. It's hard to be able to get enough sleep, get up, and then do that, and then be up at 2 a.m. I almost did one last night, but I had to get up today to honestly go do this. So I will try to see how it goes, getting some more later lives. I'm trying to get my schedule adjusted so I can do some live streams around 10 or 11 o'clock. That'd be about as late as I'd want to go with everything going on right now. I mean, even tomorrow, to do with this family kerfuffle, I have to be out at my family's property to have some property removed, shall we say, and do some other stuff to help my family out. And I have to be out there before noon. Probably right around 11, so I got to get up, do my stuff for my treatments, and still get out there. So that's why I'm not doing as much late nights. I mean, when I was doing 2, 3 a.m. streams or clear to 4 a.m., I don't need a lot of sleep, but that's too little for me even. But no, I mean, honestly, don't you guys think that maybe people should look at Nick Shirley and these states he's in and go, strange, all this fraud, but your taxes keep going through the roof. I do. But I'm going to have to get off here. In fact, I got to find out where the person is I'm supposed to be going to the doctor with here in a minute. So I'll give you guys another minute to chat. See if you want to throw anything out. But yeah, my late streams are probably going to be more between 10 and 11 to start when I get my schedule a little more adjusted from this family kerfuffle. So yeah, it's spin you around, you can see our mess. Yeah, we like everything pinned on our fridge. And the dogs are outside right now. So yeah, it's a nice day. It is really a nice day out. So, really nice day. It's really nice to have it. But I guess I'll leave it there. Hey, Lee. Thanks, man. You drink it dead. What does that mean? Triple O, what's up? Like I said, I can't read the dots dashes. You're probably doing Morse code. How you doing, man? Or ma'am, I don't know. I say dude and stuff and chick and weird stuff. You would almost think I'm older than I am and I'm a hippie or something. Don't know where I got all that. How you doing, Triple O? But yeah, I just wanted to hop on. Grandmother? I know the English isn't, I believe, remember right, English isn't your first language. It's tough for you. I could be wrong. I can't keep track of everybody. Your grandmother. Is in your grandmother? Mine? No, my grandmother passed away about 5 years ago at the age of 104. Her whole goal was to live long enough to see the Cubs win the World Series again. So more than 5 years ago. Jeez. Things about to go crazy. Yeah, I'll try to get back here and do more about the war, Tulsi Gabbard, and Pete Hegseth wanting more money and where we're going to go. So, yeah. I do think there's some kerfuffleating going on in the Trump administration and the MAGA. Not the voters as much, but the government officials and the MAGA team. There's some problems going on, and I know some channels want to just play a fat JD Vance with long curly hair meme and some kung fu Trump meme and act like everything's fine. It's not all good. And I'm not a cultist. I still think Donald Trump's the best president of America in my lifetime, but I don't agree with everything, and I'll tell you that. And I do think things are possibly going to get a little crazy as not reported enough or talked about enough that I've seen. A lot of the Arab countries are now having a meeting telling Iran, You better F this stuff off or we're going after you. They're getting tired of being bombed. They're not involved in this, and Iran is still shooting missiles at them. Tried to shoot some into Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia ain't doing jack. And Saudi Arabia, and they intercepted them all, but tried to hit their capital city. Oof. So yeah, there's some problems going on. Maciot's about to be revealed. I don't know what that is, Triple O. But yeah, so I'm probably going to hop off here. I got to find out where this person is because we have an appointment I got to get him to by a certain time. So I will talk to you guys a little later. Thank you. Please share. Thumbs up at least. That's all I ask. And feel free to contact me. All my links are in my channel description. Send me emails on things you'd like me to talk about or cover, or your ideas. Leave comments here. I try to answer them as much as possible. I'm a little busy right now, but I'm doing my best to get back to them. And I will talk to you guys a little later. Thank you very much. Now, this phone is a little different. I gotta remember how to stop it. All right, have a good one, guys. Thank you.